My favorite day while we've been here so far was our second day in Mekala. We had the opportunity to go to the Mother Teresa home and just kind of visit with some of the people there and walk around and kind of see their lives there. And initially we first get there, and obviously we're kind of bombarded by the children, which was not out of the ordinary, but so fun for us. We were given a tour through the mentally ill women's rooms, mentally ill men and children, and it was just really moving to see all that. It's very different from what we see at home in Bellingham, and really different from anywhere I've ever been. I spent the majority of the day, or the couple hours we were there, with a little boy named Hensa, who was about 10 years old and had Down syndrome. I was told that he has the brain of a 2-year-old, and anyone that saw him basically thought he was 4 or 5 years old. He was very small and probably one of the most joyful people there. He knew that he was different from the other kids, and the other kids treated him differently, but yet he still ran around with a huge smile on his face and loved all of us. And his favorite thing that day was playing with my watch. He hit the button that turned the light on probably 200 times, and it actually stopped working for a long time, and I thought my light was done for, but that night I went home and it was working again. And it was just very different seeing him there. The lifestyle he lived was very different from that of the normal kids that you would see, the healthy, quote-unquote, kids. And he was just so happy. It was a really humbling experience, and I feel like he taught me a lot as far as my own insecurities go. And he was just so happy, and I think we all just loved spending time with him because anything we did made him laugh, and it just made us laugh. And it was just a really cool experience to see him impact us as well as having us impact him.
One of my most memorable moments this trip was a trip we took to a town called Cabrera. We took a 4-hour van drive with our team through what seemed to be the middle of nowhere, tons of hills and small villages we passed through. We went to Cabrera to pass out shoes and clothes and donations for the people of those villages. And when we arrived, there were already kids chasing our vans down to the village, which was just so fun. Because when we arrived, there was a huge swarm of people and kids, and they just wanted to see what we were about and what we had for them. And that was just pretty neat, knowing that we had so many donations from people who donated and the stuff we brought with us to give to these people. So that was really exciting. And we finally got all of our donations set up, the shoes on one side, the clothes on the other, and a lot of the Ethiopian adults helped arrange the kids, so when they came in we were set and ready for the right size for each kid. And it was just so humbling putting those shoes, I was working in the shoes, putting those on the kids' feet, because their feet, it looked like they just had been walking for miles and miles. They had sores, they weren't clean. I wanted so badly to be able to clean each foot. I put a new pair of shoes on, but that wasn't possible because there were hundreds of people waiting to get their donations. But that was just a really touching experience for me, and I think everyone else on the team as well.
We have incredible wealth in the part of the world we live in. We have a lot of material, a lot of stuff. Look at our church, the musicians and the musical instruments that they have, the audio, video stuff that we have to display. Look in the parking lot at the vehicles we drive. We have stuff. In Ethiopia, that's not so. Much simpler lives over there. Their churches are smaller, they're much simpler in their content. And yet they have a joy that I don't often see here. I see it in our church, but I don't see it outside in our community. Those people know how to form relationships and know where their joy actually comes from. And it has nothing to do with the stuff that they're able to buy. I think that's a lot that we can learn from them. We need to take that home and recognize our joy and our happiness comes from somewhere besides our stuff.